So recently I got a non-nursing question, but I'm going to give you my take on it anyways. And in full disclosure, I am not an accountant, nor a banker, nor even a cashier. Nothing that deals with money at all. However, this is my take on retirement and securing funds for retirement. Like I said, I do not deal with money, work related. My own private deals. Anyways, securing retirement funding. In my opinion, I do not have a 401k, nor do I really care to have a 401k. For those of you who do have 401ks and they work for you, that is awesome. That is amazing. People have savings accounts, various types, 401ks, 403bs, things like that. I do not have one. Basically, it's just a big savings account that comes out of your check every so often. And your company may or may not match the money that you put into this savings account. And so you may be saying to yourself, Chris, what's so bad about, the 401k or 403b or whatever, and why don't you have one? So, I do not have one because it is basically the savings account. What I look for myself is some way to supplement my income. Ways to secure money coming back in, every month or every so often, every month, every quarter, something like that. So I'll go over a couple of different ways, one of which I do participate in, one of them I don't participate in, but I would like to. What I do participate in is buying stock. I buy stock, and I buy stock with dividend payouts. Basically, a stock, you buy one share of stock, and it has, let's say, a 10%, which is really, really high, 10% payout. Typically, it's probably going to be about 2 or 3% payout. So if you buy a stock for, let's say, $1, and it has a 2% payout per year, that means you're going to get 2 cents per year, which will probably become every quarter. Some of them come every month, and every so often some of them come once a year. The stocks that I buy pay every month, and I reinvest my dividend. So of that 2 cents that I'm getting, the whatever percentage that I'm getting every month, it actually goes back into the stock and keeps on going. And as young as I am now, when I become older and the stock dividend is, recycled itself so much and it has regenerated to multiple stocks, then I will get, whenever I decide to quit reinvesting my dividend, whenever I hit the age where I decide that I want to have my dividend come back to me, then it will be like getting a check every month. Now at the moment, I actually looked today, and one of my stocks paid 27 cents per month. 27 cents per month. Big money. So it's going to take quite a lot of stock to actually make up for what you're lacking in a paycheck. It's going to take quite a lot of stocks at 27 cents a month. And that's not even one share. I think it was like 4.5 shares make 27 cents. So it's actually going to take quite a few shares to make up any sort of paycheck. So if you're expecting to all of a sudden buy 5-10 shares of stock and you now have a paycheck every month, that's not really going to happen. It's going to take quite an investment off the get-go of buying stock in order to have something to look back on with a paycheck every month. And also something to also consider, especially with stock, you have to kind of be diverse with what you buy. If you put all of your eggs in one basket or all of your money in one stock, and that company just so happens to go under or split, reverse split, something ends up happening with the company and your stock prices drop, your dividends are gone, you're out, so you got to be kind of diverse with what you buy as far as stock, because you don't want all your eggs in one basket. You want to be sure you can secure funds, and you got to do that through various different companies. And the other one I'm going to talk about today, this is one I'm not involved in, but I have always talked about it, but I've never done it, and that is buying rental property. Buying rental property, of course, comes with its own set of challenges. You're going to have to keep up this house, even though you're not living in this house. What if somebody doesn't pay you? In North Carolina, I don't know about other states, but in North Carolina, if they don't pay, I want to say it's like if they don't pay in 30 days, then you have to go, the owner of the house, have to go to the court, and then you have to get papers taken out on them. And then I believe they have another month. So that is a potential of 60 days or 2 months of not having any funding for your house that you own, that you're probably paying taxes on, and you're probably making repairs on, and various other things. So you have to pay for that. And so that's kind of a bummer. Also, if somebody's not living in that house, you are not bringing home any money. However, kind of like the stock, you're going to get a check every month. And if you own like one house, even one house is probably several $100s a month of income. So I've always talked about getting involved in real estate. I don't know if I ever will get involved in real estate, owning rental properties. But those are the two methods that I, in my opinion, would advise for retirement to supplement your income. Not necessarily the big savings account like a 401k. However, if you do use a 401k, you can then cash it out and buy a house to rent, whatever you need. So, hope it helps. Thank you much.